Well, hey there. It's your old buddy Dan back from Beach Church with another message. First of all, I want to thank the good people at Beach Church for allowing us to stand on this platform to deliver these words, especially Pastor Jimmy, who does such a great job of leading that body. We just thank all of y'all for all that you do. Well, today we're in the first book of Samuel, chapters 28 through 31. In today's reading, we are offered a perspective on two very different kings, Saul and David. As we've discussed in previous posts, the Lord had come to regret making Saul king over Israel. Perhaps in an attempt to win the favor of the Lord back, Saul has cut off the mediums and spiritists from the land per the law given by Moses in Leviticus. As we pick up in chapter 28, however, we can see that Saul is getting desperate. Unable to consult with the Lord, he is terrified of the coming battle. Even though Saul had made these kinds of transactions punishable by death, Saul turns to a woman known to Scripture as the Witch of Endor. Almost comically, when Saul asks her to raise Samuel, his disguise melts away. "Why have you deceived me?" she exclaims. "You are Saul." Saul must calm her down, assure her that she won't be punished, only to receive the devastating word from Samuel he and his sons will die at the hands of the Philistines. Saul is so dejected he can barely eat. In contrast, we have David. David is not the least bit terrified of battle. To find peace from Saul, who pursued him, however, he had become a servant of Achish. He is excited about going to battle with the Philistines, even if it's against the Israelites. And even though Achish seems thrilled with David's help, the Philistine rulers don't trust him. You can imagine, with all the care David had taken not to harm Saul, that this decision may have been of the Lord. After all, if David will be king of Israel, he cannot be attacking the people he is set to rule. So, in obedience to Achish, David returns to Ziklag, only to find that he and his clan have been raided by none other than the Amalekites. Remember the Amalekites? Saul was supposed to eradicate the Amalekites. Wives, kids, livestock, all gone. David is devastated. His men want to stone him. But when he can weep no longer, David consults with the Lord. Not a medium, the Lord. And the Lord assures him he will catch the Amalekites. So, along with 600 of his men, he furiously pursues them until a third of them are too tired to go any further. Down to 400, David and his army catch up. Not only did they recover everything, but they took all the plunder they could handle. Rather than capitulating to his men, as we've seen Saul doing, David divides the spoils equally between those who went into battle and those who couldn't keep going. The share of the man who stayed with the supplies is to be the same, David orders. And he sends still more of the plunder to the friends he has within the region, essentially thanking them for their support. Scripture then records the battle Saul and his men fight. As Samuel had prophesied, even from the grave, it did not go well for Saul. In fear of the abuse he would take from his enemies, certain that he'd lose this battle with the Philistines, he asked his armor bearer, "Draw your sword and run me through." Even his armor bearer could not abide by that. Saul falls on his sword. When the Philistines discover Saul and his sons among the dead, as Samuel had prophesied, They make a spectacle of Saul's head, his body, his armor. Unlike David, who had delivered his men, the men of Israel had to go to battle to recover Saul. In Deuteronomy 28, the Lord lays out the blessings and the curses associated with our obedience to Him. We probably don't have time to go over all 68 verses in that chapter, but note just one of the curses according to verse 25. The Lord will cause you to be defeated before your enemies. We can see this when we examine Saul's reign. Among the blessings, however, right there in the very first verse, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the earth. As we will see in 2 Samuel chapter 7, while the Lord admits he took his love from Saul, he assures David, your house and your kingdom will endure forever before me. Your throne will be established forever. David makes his mistakes too. What makes the difference? Obedience to the Lord. Well, that's all there is for today. I do appreciate the time and attention you give us to watch these videos. I pray this blesses you.